Well, workers across the nation are taking time off to celebrate each other's hard work. Here in La Crosse, hundreds of people line the streets for the annual Labor Day parade on La Crosse's north side. The holiday isn't just another day off of work, though. For many, it's also a way to remember just how far the workforce has come.
Really, it's a good way to celebrate everybody else who has done so much for working conditions and just so much for laborers.
It's a good thing to show some enthusiasm and some respect for people that are working for a living.
And after the parade, many folks headed over to Copeland Park in La Crosse for Labor Fest. The festival featured food, games, and a chance to celebrate the holiday, I should say, with friends and family. News 8's Kyle Dimke was there and joins us now with more on the event. Kyle.
Mike, the U.S. Department of Labor says Labor Day is dedicated to the social and economic achievements of American workers. It says the national holiday was declared in 1894 to highlight the contributions workers have made to the strength, prosperity, and well-being of our country. Organizers at Labor Fest say they want people to celebrate and reflect, but also think about the future.
For some, Labor Day is just a day off work, or it signifies the last weekend of summer. For those at Labor Fest, it's a day to celebrate.
To me, it's a celebration of the middle class and what we do every day.
Neil Kamrowski is a machinist and president of the IAM Local Lodge 1030 in Winona. This year, he's spending his day off at Labor Fest, but he says no matter what he does to enjoy this holiday, it always involves thinking about what makes our country strong.
It's the people that are out here doing jobs that people aren't willing to do. There are people that are skilled at their trades. There are people that are not skilled at the trades. But you know what? I mean, it all takes a lot of work and people willing to work to be able to make this country function the way it does.
One of the organizers of Labor Fest, Bill Brockmiller, says Labor Day is a much-deserved day off. He says Labor Fest is a chance to celebrate all the hard work we do as Americans and the changes that have been made in the workplace over the past few hundred years.
Things like 40-hour work weeks, things like worker compensation and unemployment insurance, things like overtime.
Brockmiller says Labor Day should also be a time to think about continuing to make improvements.
One of the things that we're thinking about right now is minimum wage. We've seen over the last 6 to 8 years where the minimum wage hasn't went up, but employers that typically use minimum wage workers, whether it's the restaurant industry and stuff, their prices keep going up.
Organizers say even with the rain this morning, there was a pretty good crowd on hand for Labor Fest. And in terms of the national holiday, the first Labor Day was actually celebrated on a Tuesday, September 5th, 1882 in New York, and that's 12 years before Congress made it a national holiday.